Dismantling the Outdated Self-Image. March 12, 2015. Just about every person carries a certain image of themselves. And this mental image is primarily based on your own personal assessment, criticism and judgment of your appearance, level of intelligence, how popular you are, and any other personal qualities you can slot yourself into that make up this image of yourself. It is your emotional assessment of this image, beautiful bright hearts, that will, in a nutshell, define what your level of self-esteem is. Many times, you have thought of your self-image as being accurate and real. In truth, it is not at all. It is a rare treasure to find someone who consistently thinks of themselves with an objective eye and to perceive life clearly without wearing hindering blinders. Most people have working for them a very complex set of filters that pertains to their perception, and each filter that is passed through brings them closer to what is truly real. It is understood, dear ones, that it is difficult for you to see your life and yourself beyond the open space of your beliefs that help paint a picture of who you think you are. Don't forget, beautiful bright hearts, life is entirely about what you see from your standpoint, and each of you has your own unique perception of what reality is. No one person will be 100% exactly the same. Beautiful bright hearts, I ask you to take a look at your self-image and determine if this image of yourself is powered by feelings of self-confidence, or is it fogged up by limiting thoughts, misunderstood answers, or of self-doubt. Can you determine honestly if you have placed invisible blockages on your own growth and development which is causing you to unable to achieve certain personal and spiritual quests? Many times, dear ones, it's your hidden, yet limiting beliefs that hinder your growth and cause you to repel any kind of positive development. Do you consistently look at what others are doing and achieving, and base your self-worth on their efforts? Or do you view the world as being unlimited and filled with infinite possibilities that even you can reach? What you see and how you feel about what you are seeing, beautiful bright hearts, does provide a direct connection to how you respond towards your own self-image. Let us remind you that your self-image is based on what you see or perceive to see. Therefore, you have the power to change how you see things that will alter how you see yourself. You do have the ability and the power to customize your own perception of your own abilities. Just by creating a positive mindset where you really know and understand anything is possible, when feelings of doubt hit, or fear of failure enters your mind, you are able to supersede these negative notions and feelings and continue moving forward, by changing your thoughts to something more positive and motivating. Do you not realize, beautiful bright hearts, you gain more personal power when you are influenced by your own efforts rather by what others are doing and achieving? Remember, what you are able to achieve is meant for you, and what they are achieving is meant for them at that moment. Your internal self-image can either motivate or demotivate you. Yet each of you can relieve yourself of your hidden, limiting beliefs by opening fully to your own hidden potential. To do this, beautiful bright hearts, you must learn to see yourself in a different light and appreciate your uniqueness as being valuable and essential, because in truth you are. In addition, make it a point to comprehend that regardless where you are in life, or what challenge you are facing, you already have the power and capability to unbridle a huge vat of perspective energy that is all about your own unique potential, and you can cultivate exceptional change. Try not to compare your life to what others are doing so often, and look at what you can do in your life that can bring about positive change and increase your self-esteem and self-worth. No one else or no one else's accomplishments decide what you are to get out of life. Your life is up to you to figure out. What brings another dear soul joy may not be the same for you, but both are worthy of respect and appreciation. After taking the time to understand what it is that you want out of life, you will discover creative ways to create your answers into actual reality. But if you feel you do not deserve to live life with unclouded perceptions, or that you doubt you will reach any one of your personal or spiritual goals, then whatever your expectations are will probably not be met. You know, to reach any of your goals, it takes not only effort and drive, but determination, commitment, perseverance, and discipline, just to name a few empowering qualities. You do deserve to meet any and all of your goals, but only you can make this happen. Your self-image can cause you to limit yourself, or to inspire you. If you have an outdated image of yourself, something left over from an unhealthy or from a time that was emotionally draining, then don't you think you owe it to yourself to create a new image, one that is healthy and vibrant, an image that speaks of who you really are instead of who you are not? So many beautiful souls carry around with them unhealthy feelings that are leftovers of times that have long passed. Those feelings become beliefs out of conditioned habits that are limiting and obstruct the beautiful light of their hearts. It takes loving time and effort to remove each blockage and every obstacle, and replace them with something bright and new. Something that inspires and empowers one to keep moving, and to smile and to face life and themselves with verve and self-confidence. Dismantling outdated beliefs will take time, but every time you remove one in favor of something new and vibrant, you are raising your self-esteem, and your self-image vastly improves. Try not to forget that your self-esteem depends on your self-worth. Is it easier said than done? To change your perception, you change your self-image, which then changes your self-esteem. It can be that easy. Learning to adopt a less complex way of thinking, and dealing with life, and sustaining a positive emotional and mental perspective will become an invaluable skill. Adopting a healthier emotional and mental way of dealing and seeing the world around you will have a direct, yet positive impact on how you see yourself. To see your self-image as being positive, your emotional and mental self must also be positive, or you won't last long if something stressful comes your way and threatens to undermine your efforts. It is up to you, beautiful bright hearts, to rebuild your own self-image and to reinforce your self-esteem at the same time, and you do this by getting to the core of your true self and to bring balance, peace, and harmony to this sacred part of your being. It is here, dear ones, that you get to know who you really are, and to undo all the unrealistic baggage and image that you have carried and created over time. It sounds like hard work, but you are worth your own effort. After all, this is your life, and if you want to live a life that is harmonized and healthy from the inside out, then applying some love-filled effort is no longer a question but a must. There are many guidelines and self-help books you can purchase that all have the best intentions to better your life. The fact is, dear ones, you do not require a book to increase your self-image or self-esteem. What you need to do is take the time and really figure out who you are, what you stand for, and what you want out of life in short and long-term goals. Remind yourself, often if you need to, that you are not what your job description tells you. You are not your friends or any of the outcomes that you have created. Underneath all that you do, is an individual who has undiscovered core values and standards for living life that are often overlooked. Once you reacquaint yourself with your inner person and get to the core of who you are, you will be empowered to look for more ways to bring about peace and harmony inside and outside. Instead of being always so prideful, embrace being honest with yourself. Do you know, beautiful bright hearts, every time you lie to yourself, you are also lying to God, and it also creates an internal and damaging conflict with your inner self. Do you really need a false reason or excuse to seek your own approval? There is not a person in the world today who is completely perfect, without any kind of fault or weakness. Each of you has both, an equal balance of perfections and imperfections. Discovering that you have lots of room for self-improvement will not make you less of a person, but when you lie to yourself, you automatically do. We know many dear souls are rushing their personal and spiritual goals. It is imperative that you don't rush and that you don't always do the quick fixes, but to take your time and to never go against your personal standards or ethics. After you explore the core of your inner person and discover who you truly are, and begin standing firmly for this, your self-image will depend on you maintaining this effort. Learn to discern from your heart what is true, and take the high road when you know that someone is trying to pull a fast one over you. You are not someone's welcome mat or scapegoat. You are an individual that has purpose and meaning. Empower yourself by looking at what you have already overcome. Let your past experiences that you have persevered be your drive to do better next time. Learn from them, don't hide what you have learned. Each experience has led you to where you are now. You are not worse off, you are wiser, more knowledgeable, and more understanding as a result. You appreciate life better and understand happiness never did come for a shiny trinket or material item, but from appreciating your own person and being at peace with who you are. As we begin to end this week's transmission, determine if having a healthy, positive self-image is important to you, and what you think about self-esteem being closely connected to what this image of yourself is. Change begins with you by making the choice to bring forth positive changes that will benefit you for days and years to come, as well as those closest to you. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, Lady Nada through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com